It says we are live. Chantel is in here first thing at 7:59 a.m. Good morning. I hope everybody's having a good morning. If you can hear me, give me a 2x4 in the chat, and we will start here in just a minute because apparently StreamYard takes a minute to get going. So, guys, I appreciate you being here. It is, what is today? Today is Friday. Good morning, Michael Hamilton. Today is Friday, and when I went outside this morning, it was actually halfway cool. And hopefully, if we talk about it, we won't jinx it too much. Let's see what the weather's going to be. All right. Hey, we're finally going to get a break. They say it keeps coming, or say it's going to be coming. So right now, it's 72 in Bowling Green, and it's only going to be 80 for a high. Good morning, Greg New. And hey, it's only going to be 80 for a high today. So it looks like I pulled it up the next 10 days or something. We're only going to get to 86. I will take it. I tell you what, the heat has been nasty, and we have been working out in it a bunch, and I'm tired of the heat, honestly. So what's everybody got going today? What does everybody have planned? I'm trying to move some of this crap so I'll have room to do this, and we're jockeying you around. All right, now we are good. What's everybody got planned for the day? Today, after this, I've got to, after the live, I've got to run to meet a lady looking about doing some stuff at her house. And I don't know if I told y'all or not, the phone call was interesting. Michael Osborne, good morning. It is interesting. It's a lady we used to go to church with. She's an attorney, and she doesn't come to church with us anymore. But she called the other day, and she's like, hey, is this Jason Sparks? And I was like, yes. And she said, the Jason Sparks that used to live so-and-so. And I said, yes. I said, who is this? And she goes, this is so-and-so. And I knew that name, and she's an attorney. And I said, well, wait. I said, are you calling for personal or are you calling for business? Because if you're calling for business, I'm going to give you my attorney's name, and you can talk to my attorney. And she started laughing about it. And she goes, I get that a lot. And she goes, this is all personal stuff. And I was like, okay, cool. We can have a conversation then. So it's never a good day when an attorney is calling you. But she's remodeling her house, and she wants some work done on her house. So I'm like, yes, well, I can talk to you if it's about personal stuff. So I've got a meeting with her around 9:30, 9:45 to look about remodeling some stuff on her house. And then after that, I've got to run over to my mother-in-law's house, patch. I've been patching those stupid places where the Vivint, that the security company that absolutely sucks as a company, where they messed up her walls. I've got to get over there, get the drywall sanded down the final time, and put some paint on it, because the people are coming to do professional photography on the house. The house is listed, but they don't have professional pictures up yet. So they're coming over there like 1 o'clock to do that. So I'm going to have to run and gun and get all that stuff down before they come and take pictures. And then after that, I'm probably going to call it a day for doing my contracting stuff, and then come back here and do some paperwork and some computer stuff. And then we've got some stuff cooking with KSL that I'll talk about here in just a little bit. But Chantel is general housework and weed eating. Well, at least you got it a little cooler this morning and not 110 heat index like we have been. And Michael Hamilton, working on the ground gutter so basement stays dry. That does not sound fun whatsoever. We've waterproofed a few basements and done some stuff like that. The last basement, we waterproofed a basement using some kind of, I forgot the name of the stuff, but it's a brush-on waterproofer that is horribly expensive. But we've done some waterproofing and stuff like that before, and doing that stuff is not fun whatsoever. Good morning, Greg Skeens. How are you this morning? Greg is probably driving a dump truck today. Greg was on a meeting with us the other day, and he didn't look super happy. And I was like, what were you doing today? He's like, I was driving a dump truck all day. And I was like, that doesn't sound super fun. So, but yeah, so I've got that to do. It's going to be a busy day. Also, don't forget, Shelly and I are going to do our podcast Saturday night. We were going to do it last night, but she was like, I'm busy. I've got a few things to do. I'm like, that's cool. Do what you need to do. I was like, let's just do it. Let's just do it Saturday night. So Saturday night, 7 o'clock, Shelly and I will be on live doing our Homestead HQ podcast. And I don't know what we'll talk about. We will figure something out to talk about. Greg is just working on them today. I don't know if it'd be worse to work on them or drive them. I think I would drive them because I hate working on vehicles. Absolutely, totally hate it. So let's see. Michael Osborne. Making sourdough for the shop today. Might start mite treatment for the bees, but still undecided. May wait. So, but yeah, that's what I'm going to do. We've got some stuff going. Well, we'll talk about KSL stuff. Right now, we have got some stuff in the works. I'm not going to announce everything. We're working on some new medical stuff and everything like that we're going to announce as soon as that stuff comes in. We got some stuff ordered that we're going to release and show you. We're actually working on some comms stuff too, kind of behind the scenes with Brian and Susan at S&B Homestead Radio. We've been having some meetings with them, working on some products for that we're going to release pretty soon. And then also, all right, we've got Combat Midwife is going to be in Bowling Green October 25th. She's going to be up at Western at the Expo Center doing her class. There's a link to it on the first, on the top of the website. There's a red banner. If you want to run to the website, check that out. And it takes you right to her website where you can buy tickets for that. But she's going to be doing her midwife class and birthing class. And that's going to be at the same place that we hold the festival, just in one of the classrooms there. So that's October 25th. We've got it scheduled. And then also November 15th and 16th, we have the comms class. It's going to be a communications class. We don't have a name for it yet, so we're just going to call it the comms class. And it is not up on the website yet. It will be up on the website by Monday morning. So you can buy your tickets for it. But Brian and Susan are going to come down. It's going to be a 2-day class, a lot of hands-on stuff. Brian and Susan and Shelly and I had a meeting the other night, set the date, all that kind of stuff. So pretty much kind of a basic of what we're going to do on that comms class. The first day, we're going to go over UHF and VHF, essentially line of sight radio communications, go over some of that, how it works, that kind of stuff. And then the bulk part of the day, we're actually going to be outside using the radio, setting radios up, setting antennas up, and then doing some field work, and most likely driving around in trucks with radios in them and plotting spots and seeing how far we can actually get out and stuff like that. So we'll be doing that the first day. Second day, we're going to talk about HF, your high frequency stuff. So we're going to do that. And then after that, we do some classroom stuff on HF, and your HF is for regional communications and worldwide communications. So, I mean, essentially you can take, a wire, a random length of wire, and your HF radio, string that joker up in a tree and start talking. Like my HF radio that I've got, it's set up in the other room. I've got to get it set up in here. But it's literally a wire about 9 feet in the air, and I can talk with it. I was hitting guys in Atlanta, hitting guys in Michigan, and all the surrounding states. It's pretty cool what you can do with that. So the second day, we're going to talk about regional worldwide communications. And then after that, after the little bit of classroom stuff, we're going to go out and actually set up an HF antenna, get that thing going, and see how far we can talk, how many people we can talk to, and that kind of stuff. So that is the comms class, and that is November 15th and 16th. So put it down on your calendar. I will have that up on the website by Monday is my plan. And Michael, also need to change the tire on my hay baler. That doesn't sound fun either. And DR, good to have you in here. Just moved to Bowling Green 6 weeks ago. Still organizing and working through general projects. Mentally planning out where plants and animals will be. That's awesome. I'm glad you're in Bowling Green. How do you like it, and where did you come from? I'd be interested to know that. I have lived in Bowling Green my whole life, and probably don't plan on going too far away from Bowling Green, honestly. So, all right. So we got the comms class. The comms class is going to be fun. I like getting out and playing radio and messing with the radios and seeing capabilities of stuff. Brian and Susan will have a bunch of radios there, all different types. I'll probably bring some of mine so we can play with different radios. I've got different radios than Brian and Susan have. So, but all right, we got that. And then also, very important with the communications class, if you want to get licensed for amateur radio, for ham radio, get your license. Brian and Susan are going to do a testing session on probably Saturday afternoon after the class. They're not going to go over any of the questions. We're not going to study for the ham test, anything like that. This is not a workshop to get you licensed, but if you want to study ahead of time and know the material, you'll be able to take your test that Saturday afternoon. So it's going to be essentially we're not doing anything with it. We're just going to take the test. You study before. If you pass, you pass, and if you don't, you can study some more, and then we'll take it again next time we're up here. So I will be studying a little bit for my extra. I've got my general class license. I really want to get my extra just because it opens up some more frequencies, and then also we can do more testing with Brian and Susan because I'm a VE. It's called a volunteer examiner. So you register with what is it, ARRL, to where you can give out the test. So we'll be doing testing there also. So also TAC response. It is August 30th and 31st. I'm going to be down in Camden, Tennessee at Tactical Response. I'm taking their immediate action medical class that they've got. I bought it at the Caleb House auction. So I'm going to be going down there August 30th and 31st. If anybody wants to go, run over to TAC Response's website and check it out. So look at that. And I've alluded to it, we're working on some more first aid and medical stuff that we're waiting to get in. As soon as that comes in, we'll stick it up on the website, and I'll do you some little videos and show you the cool stuff we've got. But if you need any first aid medical stuff, run over to the website, check it out. We've got our IFACs in stock and our vehicle medical bags, and I've yet to put the OSHA kit on there. Life has just gotten in the way. So, but if you need an OSHA approved kit for your truck or your vehicle, we're doing those up there, the Condition 1 cases, and putting them in those, and they're stinking awesome. I mean, you can throw that thing in the bed of your truck, throw tools on top of it. It can rain, whatever, and that thing's going to stay dry and not crushed. So we've got that. Also, don't forget, and Miss Sharon is not here, so we're not getting anything, any kind of links or nothing posted in the comments. And I really don't know how to do that on my iPad. So, but coffee, I know some of you have ordered it, so check it out. It is Retro Warrior Coffee. I do not have my coffee mug. I've already drank coffee this morning, and I left my coffee mug upstairs. But if you want to try Retro Warrior Coffee, it's retrowarriorcoffee.com. Go check it out. Use the code Homestead50. That will get you 50% off your off the sample pack, so you can try it, see if you like it, and then we're going to have, if Lisa will get me the coupon code to order a subscription of coffee, I will give that to you. Hopefully she'll give it to me this weekend. I've been on her to do it and have not got it yet, but hopefully I'll get it pretty soon. So go check it out, Homestead50 at Retro Warrior Coffee. That'll get you 50% off a sample pack. All right, let's see. DR from Colorado, love it. People are much more friendly, slower pace, very little traffic and rat race. Very humid, but it's all good. Hey, the humidity is going to go down eventually. It has to, and it's a slower pace, and most of the time people are friendly. You still got some jerks every now and then, that's for sure. So, But I bet it's a big difference coming from Colorado. I would say that for sure. But we're glad to have you here. I'm glad to have you in here watching. And if you're interested, go check out the website. We've got those 2 classes scheduled, and I'll get the comms class up by Monday. So I think that's all I've got as far as new stuff to talk about. And I was sitting here the other day, and I was like, what kind of topic can we do for today? And I was looking around. I've been organizing my new office and getting stuff in here, stuff that I'm going to use, stuff on a storage rack, everything like that. Backpacks in. I fixed a hanging wall to where I can hang all my backpacks and stuff like that. I went and bought wire shelving, like the restaurant wire shelving, put it over there. I've got my Condition 1 cases, and I've got a few Apache cases over there. Radio, stuff like that in there, bags, some medical equipment, all that kind of stuff. It's sitting in front of me. So I'm kind of going through some of this stuff, and I'm like, some of this stuff I've bought and I very rarely use. Some of the stuff I bought and I have never used in my life. And then some of the stuff I use every single day. So that's kind of like, hey, what preps do I actually use? Good morning, Shelly. 2 Old Crows is here. So Shelly must not be working too hard today if she's in here and posting. So, but stuff I actually use, stuff I use sometimes, and stuff I bought that I have hardly ever used. So, and DR. And thanks for the welcome. Nice to be in a more free state. Exactly. Colorado used to be pretty free, but now it's gotten pretty stinking liberal from what I hear. So, and then of course, Shelly is here. And let's see. It's Friday. I worked hard all week playing catch up today. I feel like I play catch up every single stinking day. So, all right. Stuff I use, stuff that I use every day. And some of this stuff might not be prep stuff. Some of this stuff is just crap that you use all the time. I mean, stuff I use all the time. I use a pocket knife every single stinking day. I mean, it doesn't matter whether it's Monday or if it's Sunday. I use a pocket knife every day. And, what was it? We were, last Sunday at church, we were packing backpacks for kids. And, the back to school backpacks and all this. We gotten everything done. We had all these boxes, and I was like, I'm going to break these boxes down so they don't take up so much room in a dumpster. Let's see. I hope deodorant's on the list. Yes, I have deodorant on, and I put deodorant on every day. So I need to buy some of that from Rotating Acres. They've got some kind of goat milk deodorant or something. I want to call those people and get some of that. And Lynn, good morning to you too. Glad to have you here. So, but all right, we're at church breaking boxes down. I was like, I'm gonna break these boxes down so they don't take up so much room in a dumpster. So I pull my pocket knife out and I'm cutting, and one of the ladies is like, she's like, you got a knife? And I was like, yes. I was like, if I've got my pants on, I have a pocket knife in my pocket. And she was kind of laughing. She was like, I know a lot of people don't carry, a lot of men don't carry pocket knives anymore. And I was like, those men are sissies then. And she started laughing about it. And I was like, if I have my pants on, I have a pocket knife in my pocket 99.99% of the time, or I have one sitting on the table with me. I've got this sitting right here. This, and I've been meaning to buy one of these jokers forever. This is one of Jacob Peterson's Exodus knife and tool. That's one of his knives that he has for his thing. I think it's exodusknifeandtool.com. But I bought this from Jacob at the festival. Absolutely love it. I just played around with it a little bit, but I bought it. I mean, that thing is sitting right here beside me. If I need to cut something, I can. In the drawer of the desk, I've got another pocket knife. I've got a case that I usually keep down here for just doing small stuff. My father-in-law gave me that case knife before. He gave it to me one Christmas, and I absolutely love it. I keep it around here just cutting boxes. You know, if boxes come in and I'm down here, I'll typically grab it, cut boxes open, do that kind of stuff. But Pocket knife. Everybody should have a pocket knife in their pocket whenever they've got their pants on. So flashlight is another thing that I keep in my pocket 99% of the time. I've got a small little, it's a small little stream light. I don't know the exact model, but it's a small little stream light that takes a AA battery. Keep it in there. It's great for just small stuff. I mean, it's not going to light up, all outside if you're taking the dogs out at night or something like that. But it's handy for just small stuff. I'm always using, if you're underneath a cabinet, something like that, I can pull my flashlight out, hit it, look at what I need to do, and then it gets the job done for a small flashlight. If you need something bigger, grab your bigger flashlights. First aid kit in my truck. I keep a first aid kit. I built it years and years ago before we even thought about getting into medical and first aid stuff. But I've got it in a bag. I've got everything from tourniquets and chest seals and trauma bandages down to little bitty Band-Aids. So we've got that in there in the truck. I use that thing almost every day. I'll cut, being a contractor, I cut myself a bunch. So there's always little nicks and stuff like that. So you cut yourself. Like the other day, I scraped a bunch of skin off. I went and grabbed a Band-Aid so I didn't bleed all over everything, stuck a Band-Aid on there. So I use a first aid kit that's in my truck all the stinking time. And my nose is itching horrible this morning. But first aid kit in the truck. Use that thing almost every day. It would be nice if I did not use it every day, but it seems like I use it almost every day. Gloves. Everybody should have at least one pair of gloves in their truck because you never know kind of what's going to go on. I use gloves all the time. I used to be one of these guys. I did not use gloves very much at all, but I've come to the point where it's like, yes, let's grab some gloves and wear those jokers. Not just when it's cold outside to keep your hands warm, but to keep your hands from getting cut up, anything like that. I'm a fan of the Milwaukee cut resistant gloves. They're like a cotton glove, and they've got a like rubber on the palm of them. I buy those at Home Depot. They're relatively cheap, and I've got just pairs of those things stashed everywhere. And I keep a pair in the door pretty much. Well, yeah, I think each door, I've got a 4-door truck. So I think each door of my truck has a pair stashed in there, and I've got more in the toolbox. And so have a pair of gloves. That's something that I use almost every day. Also something else with your everyday carry stuff, your everyday use stuff, a gun. I do not use my gun every day. And fortunately, knock on wood, I have not had to use my gun against someone, but the gun is something that you should have on you every day, and a reload. So that's stuff that I use every day. Don't use the gun every day, but the gun's with me every day. So that's stuff that I actually use, that I bought and use every day. Tell me stuff, guys in the chat, tell me stuff that y'all use every day, what you've got in your pockets, stuff that you bought that you use every day, and stuff that you bought that you are like, hey, this is awesome, I would love to have this, and it sits on the shelf and collects dust all the stinking time. So let's check the chat. Jacob Wynn, good morning from Eastern Kentucky. Glad to have you here. And Bill made it in. Good morning, Bill. And let's see. Newman is here, and it is a summery 113 in the Horn of Africa this afternoon. Newman, you can keep that. We're at like 72 right now, and I am super excited about that. Oh, Michael, yes, I had that written in my notes, and I totally skipped over it. A lighter. And Truth in Advertising, it is written right here, lighter. So I do carry a lighter in my pocket every day. I don't use it every day, but I've got it, and I'll probably use it every other day, something like that. And then Bill, finally got a roofer to come out and do an estimate and follow up. Happy day dance. Yes. Bill, I tried to get a hold of the boy in Hendersonville, and he said, and I just forgot to email you back, but he said he doesn't go all the way to Jackson, and he was going to look for somebody else, but I've not heard anybody. I don't have anybody else down around there. So if he doesn't do that, hopefully the guys will. Hopefully those guys that gave you an estimate will show up and actually do the work. So let's see. Greg New, a Leatherman multi-tool every day. Yes, I like the Leatherman multi-tools. I've got some. I don't carry one all the time. I usually keep a Gerber in my truck, in the truck, whatever, the map pocket or whatever you call it in the door, and everything. So, so I've got it sitting there. But yes, the Leatherman and the Gerber multi-tools are awesome. Mike Shepard, good morning. And Jacob. L2 Survive, what do you want me to show you? I'm going to be truth in advertising. There's no pocket dump right now. There's nothing in my pockets. Everything is sitting upstairs by my other hats. Because when I come in at night, typically I'll do my pocket dump. I'll take whatever hat I'm wearing off. I'll take it, put my wallet, all that kind of stuff in there. And honestly, when I'm sitting down here in this chair, my wallet sticks out and it hits the chair all the time. So this morning I was like, I'm not throwing all the crap in my pockets. Everything is upstairs, sitting in my hat. So, but honest to goodness, I am surrounded by so much stuff down here in my office that's like my knife that I've got upstairs in there, my wallet, my lighter, my keys. It's like I've got everything sitting down here beside me. Literally, probably 10 steps away is everything else. The closet behind me is full of medical stuff. There's another closet on the other side of that door that's full of medical stuff. And about 5 steps down there is one of the storage rooms for preps. So no pocket dump. I'll do a pocket dump later on if you want me to, when I've actually got some stuff in my pocket. So now everybody's going to be like, he's a shield, he's full of crap, but it's truth in advertising. I don't have anything in my pockets right now. And Jacob, I carry Leatherman multi-tool. I don't use it every day, but it's handy as a shirt pocket. Exactly. I don't use the Gerber that's in my truck all the time, but it's there if I need it, and I can grab it. Also, I've got in my map pocket of my truck, and this is stuff that, you know, normal people aren't going to use all the time, but I've got a pair of Klein wire strippers in there, and 2 pairs of channel locks, and just all kinds of little crap that I don't want to open my toolbox to grab out that I use all the time. Like a lot of times I need a pair of wire strippers to do some electric stuff. So I've got those Klein wire strippers, grab those jokers. I can do what I need to do. And then also a pair of channel locks. I've got a small pair of Milwaukee channel locks, and then I've got a bigger pair of Milwaukee channel locks that I keep. Those channel locks are handy as all get out. And then Bill, I carry a Zippo, a 4-inch fixed blade, and a 3-blade pocket knife. And then Greg, in my truck, I always have a flashlight. Yes, I keep a pretty good flashlight in my truck, and then I keep a a headlamp. I keep a headlamp, a pretty nice flashlight, and a lot of the times I'll have the Milwaukee cordless or the battery operated flashlight that they make. And Michael Hamilton, a buck 110. Yes, I've got a buck 110 somewhere. I think it's upstairs, and I've got a small little display case with some knives that people have given me, like some of my grandpa's knives, some of my uncle's knives, some of my dad's knives, and there's a buck 110 in there. Let's see. Oh, crap. All right. Normal people usually have the ones who don't have any. Normal people are usually the ones who don't have anything as EDC except for their phone. Yeah, exactly. And I mean, I don't really count a phone as your EDC, because nowadays it's like most people don't even leave the stinking house without their phone. You know, if they get right outside and they're like, oh crap, I gotta go run and grab my phone. So EDC is almost like, you know, EDC your phone is almost like you know, you forgot your shoes or something like that. And Jacob, I keep Sawyer's Permethrin in the door of my truck, especially in the summer. It's the best stuff I've found for keeping ticks, chiggers, and mosquitoes away. Yeah, exactly. And there's stuff, honestly, I put this list together pretty quick this morning. There are, and y'all are bringing up awesome points on stuff like that. I usually keep like a thing, I think it's Deep Woods Off in the back seat or the back door of the truck. I'll use it quite a bit. And it just kind of depends. If I'm going to be out, like our pastures and stuff here, I can walk out in those, and typically you're not going to get a lot of ticks on you. There's just not a huge amount of ticks here. But if I know I'm going up to like my uncle's place or something like that, being out in the woods for a long time, yeah, there's a bug spray in there for sure. Let's see. L2 survive. We've been in the hospital for the past week, and the nurses use their phones as flashlight. Only one nurse had a dedicated light. Yeah, L2 survive. I am guilty of that sometimes. Sometimes I will pull my phone out and use it for a flashlight, and then I'm like, dummy, I'm like, you've got a small little stream light in your pocket. Why are you pulling that out? So, but yeah, the nurses, I've seen nurses, and everybody and their mom does it. It's nice to have. I guess you could use your phone as your backup flashlight if your little stream light went dead. And I tell you, I need to grab it. I bought some knockoff stream lights some knockoff stream lights off Amazon. And I think a 2-pack was like $9. Those things are pretty stinking nice. I've been happy with them so far. I haven't used them a bunch, but I threw one by the front door if I just needed a small little flashlight. And my youngest one has used it a bunch, taking the dogs out and stuff like that. And it does pretty stinking good. So I'm happy with it. And then Newman, Refuge Medical belt kit on me and a Bearfac in my room. My issued IFAC is attached to my flak, a vacuum sealed IFAC in my go bag, type 3 pockets, hold extra tourniquets, Leatherman, and a knife. Exactly. I mean, it's all that stuff is amazing stuff to have for sure. And then Chris Watkins is here. Chris might be on top of a tree, cutting a tree, listening to this. You never know with Chris. Let's see. Bill Warner, this year here in Jackson, the fleas and ticks are nearly non-existent. I've only had, and I've not been out in any thick things in a while, but I've only had a couple ticks on me this year. So some people are saying that they're bad. I think it all just depends on where you're at. Then Michael Hamilton, ticks are bad this year. Got nailed 4 times last month. Ugh. And I tell you what, if I find a tick on me, it's like immediately I'm going to take a shower, strip down, check my whole body, and do that and just take a shower, because it feels like, even if you know there's no ticks on you whatsoever, you feel like stuff is crawling all over you, and it creeps me out. I'm like, I've got to have a shower and check for ticks. Either that, or if I can't get a shower and I'm somewhere, I'll strip my shirt off, look, pull my pants down, make sure there's no ticks, anything like that. So, all right, let's run in. We run stuff that we use every day. Now let's talk of stuff that we use, every other day, weekly, that kind of stuff. Some of the stuff that I use weekly is like power banks. We use those things. Just at the festival, we had 2 iPads going, recording stuff. And I told the guys, the people that were recording stuff, I'm like, if the battery starts going down on the iPad, come in the office and grab one of my power banks, and we can plug it up. So the power banks, and I've got one sitting here I hadn't put up yet. This is INIU, however you say that. These are Amazon power banks. They're pretty nice little dudes. This one's a 25,000 milliamp. This is their regular size, and they've got a compact that is about a third the size of this one. But I've got that. This one is going back in one of my comms kits that I've got going. But power banks, I use these things at least once, if not 2 times a week. And it just depends. Sometimes I'll take it and grab it out of the truck to charge my phone, if I'm working somewhere and I don't want to plug it up or not close to a plug. So I'll use that. And then headlamp. I keep a headlamp in the truck. I don't use a headlamp every day, but I use it a bunch, and I keep one in the truck right there in the door, and I can grab it and do what I need to do. Battery charger. And this is a battery charger for big batteries. You know, you're talking automotive batteries or your double A's, your triple A's, stuff like that. I've got, and I'm switching over to Pale Blue Earth batteries, the USB-C rechargeable batteries. Absolutely love those jokers. I bought a bunch of them. I think I bought 4 packs. I've got that, and then I've also got their small little solar charge, or their small little solar panels where you can charge those. So battery chargers, I use a battery charger at least once a week, just depending on what I'm doing. It always seems like you've got a battery dead somewhere, or you need to stick your rechargeable batteries back on the charger. I bought the Pale Blue Earths because they're USB-C, so I can plug those in to a power bank like this real easy. I've got in-loop batteries also. The in-loops, I've not found any kind of good charger for it that will do like USB-C. So the in-loops plug in to a 120-volt circuit. I typically have been keeping the in-loops in the house, and I bought a bunch of packs of the in-loops, like the starter packs, several years ago when Best Buy was closing them out, and they had them for next to nothing. But all the in-loop chargers I've got plug into the wall, so it's not real conducive for putting in, you know, a pack and something like that, because you need 120 volts, as opposed to the Pale Blue Earths that'll do USB-C charging. So I've got those, and so battery chargers, and then also I think I've got 3 bigger battery chargers for like automotive batteries, like for your tractor, your bobcat, your truck, lawnmower, all that kind of stuff. Let me see, Newman. In my waist pack is another tourniquet, small flashlight, pins, Band-Aids, antibiotic ointment, leather gloves, ear probe, pins, Sharpies, a Go Pack, has a headlamp, stream light, and pin light. Exactly. And then also on one of the things on your EDC, have something to write with. Typically, I've always got a pen in my hand. I fidget and play with a pen all the time, but I've got pens sitting in the truck in my center console. I've probably got a dozen pens and pencils sitting right there if I need to do it, and a Sharpie. I've always got a Sharpie sitting on the desk. So, and then for some reason, screwdrivers. There's like all kinds of crap on my desk that you can't see. But yeah, stuff like that, have it. And then Bill. I have 4 little yappy dogs and I've only found 1 tick on 1 dog and no flea treatment at all. That's awesome that you're not getting ticks. Some people are saying ticks are horrible this year, and some people are like, I hadn't seen too many. And yeah, Chris Watkins, I'm trimming trees along the highway for the highway department. All right. Other stuff, basic tools. You know, I'm talking screwdrivers, hammer, stuff like that you kind of need. I use that stuff, even if it's not for contracting stuff. Of course, I'm using all kinds of different tools for contracting jobs every day, but just stuff that I keep in the house, so I don't have to go out and grab stuff out of the job trailer or grab stuff out of my truck. I always keep screwdrivers, several screwdrivers. I'm a big fan, and I don't have one up here. I'm a big fan. Klein makes I think it's like a 10-in-1 or a 12-in-1 screwdriver. It'll do Phillips, it'll do star, it'll do slotted, it'll do nut driver. I think it'll do a 1/4 inch and a 5/16 nut driver, all that stuff. I keep one of those just because then you can grab that one screwdriver and do a bunch of different stuff with it. One of those lives in the map pocket of my truck also. But your basic hand tools, so I don't have to go outside and grab crap out of my truck. You know, screwdriver, hammer, nails, just small stuff like that. Typically, I'll keep a Milwaukee drill and impact in the house for the house use. It's always sitting around and there's a Milwaukee impact driver that's sitting right here by my desk. So we're not going to do a pocket dump this morning, but we're going to do a tool dump of crap that is sitting on my desk. So there's all kinds of crap. If anybody knows what those are, let me know. All right, let's see. We got a pair of channel locks too. So I might not have my knife and my lighter in my pocket, but I've got a pair of channel locks and all kinds of stuff sitting on the desk. So we've got that. So basic hand tools. Something that we have used also, something we've used also is and you've seen, I've got a video of it. And yes, Bill, that is, it's a PVC pipe cutter. It'll cut PVC, PEX, and CPVC. Those things are awesome. I love it. But one of the things, and I've got a video on it, is the Connect 10 Internet router and package. We used it a couple weeks ago. It was either the water company or the electric company hit the fiber that comes into the house. I was on a meeting. Everything went dead. I got kicked off, and I'm like, what the heck? So internet was down. I took that Connect 10 internet, plugged that joker up, let it run all its system and do everything and get connected. And we were without fiber internet for about 2 days, but we ran off that thing. So that was just a backup. That's something that we've got as a backup. We don't use it every day, but we used it for a couple days, when the fiber went out. It was great to have that as a backup. So we used that. Chainsaws. Chris uses his chainsaw every day. I don't use my chainsaw every day, but typically if you're in the homesteading realm stuff, you're going to have a chainsaw that's kind of, some people probably every day carry a chainsaw like Chris. I don't EDC a chainsaw, but we've got several down in the shop that are ready to use. When we use it, I probably use my chainsaw at least once a week. So depending on what's going on. Ham radios. We've talked about the comms class that we're going to have. That's an important thing to have. You're probably not going to use it every day. I don't use mine every day. I try to get on at least once a week and mess around with the radio some. I'm planning on doing radios right here, having it set and ready to go so I can just zip over, spin a chair around, play radio for a few minutes and do that. But that's one of the extra things that you need to have is ham radio stuff. You can get the training with us. You can get radios. You can get in. The Baofengs now have gotten super cheap on some of those, and the price just keeps coming down on it, especially if you're going to get the Baofengs. And let's see. Bill, when I'm carrying firearm, I had lead tips, and they work great for a writing tool. That's funny. And yes, Bill, that is a pipe cutter, and it's the ratchet style. L2 Survive. X-Star has some good portable USB chargers. All right. Let me write that down. Thank you, L2 Survive. Like I said, this is an INIU, however you say that. I think that thing was like $30. It's a 25,000 milliamp. And I think it might have been like 28 or $30, I think, on Amazon. And I've been happy with it. I'm going to get I think I'm going to buy an Anchor. Anchor makes some bigger ones. And I think I'm going to buy a couple Anchor ones and just have those around. I need to get, like my solar generator that I've got sitting over here is the big one. It's an Anchor Solex 3800. That thing is a beast. I've got it. We've used it a fair amount, just screwing around and messing with it. I wanted to see what I could run. I ran a bunch of the stuff in my shop one day with it just to see what it would do before it finally shut down. And I never got the thing to shut down. We just kept pulling stuff on it, but never got it to shut down. I like it. I've got a smaller solar generator that is down in the shop, and it's handy because you can just grab it and pick it up and go. That Anchor 3800, it'll take two guys to. I've picked it up and put it on the workbench before, but I wouldn't want to do it a lot. If I had to, I could pick it up and put it in the bed of the truck, but it's just not conducive on carrying that thing around. It'd be one of those things you pick it up, put it in the bed of the truck, strap it down, and then use it out of the bed of the truck. So, all right, stuff I bought that I've used before. The Anchor, that Solex solar generator. I've used it quite a bit, just playing around with it. We used it. I actually got it when we were going to deploy with Grindstone over in East Tennessee and North Carolina. Got that, used it over there. Some other stuff that I bought that I've used before. Bug out bag contents. I mean, it's not like a full bug out kind of thing, but in my bag, and I've used this numerous times, clothes. There's like, I think 3 extra pairs of clothes in my bug out bag or we'll call it my truck bag. So there's a bag in my truck that anytime, usually I used to keep it when I was going, away from the house, if I was going over like 2 hours away, I would throw it in there. And finally, I'm like, I'm just going to keep this bag in here most of the time. So typically it rides in the truck in the back seat all the time. But it's got, I think 3 extra pairs of clothes in it. And there's been several times where I've gotten like horribly nasty. My clothes are nasty or got caught in the rain, soaking wet. I've got extra clothes in there. So I've used that bag multiple times for grabbing clothes out of there, get a change of clothes. There's been a few times where we're out working and there's nothing close by. And I'm like, I'm getting hangry. I need a snack. There's freeze-dried food in there, that and some other snacks and stuff like that. So I've eaten food out of my truck bag before and everything's been fine. I think one day I used a bunch of 550 cord. We needed some cordage for something. I didn't have any more left in the truck. So I grabbed some 550 cord out of there and used it. And we got done what we needed to do. Let me see. Michael Hamilton. Got to be careful with chargers. Had one catch fire while charging a tool battery. Threw that sucker out the door of the shop. Yes, exactly. I've heard of stuff like that doing before, the chargers and everything. Now I tell you, my big battery chargers that I use are Schumacher, I think is the brand. And I'm pretty sure the Schumachers are made in America. I know Lowe's used to carry a bunch of different models of it. But the Schumachers are the ones that I buy, and I've not had any problems with those battery chargers. I mean, I'll keep one hooked up overnight on stuff down in the shop, and it's been perfectly fine and worked out great. Let me see. All right. Shelly's got to go. She's got to earn her payday. So, but Shelly, we made $1 million on the festival. I'm surprised you're still working. So I'm surprised I'm still working too, since we made $1 million on the festival. So, and we're kidding. We didn't make $1 million on the festival. It was 10 million. So, Shelly, have a great day. All right. Other stuff that I've got that I use a decent amount. My sleep system. I bought one of the military sleep systems that's got all the stuff in there. I typically take it when we're going on a grindstone deployment. I will take it. It's got everything I need, depending on if it's cold or if it's hot or if it's wet, anything like that. I'll take it with me, and then I always take a cot with me. So I've got a cot and a sleep system. I can throw that cot out, lay down on it, cover up in my sleeping bag, and be set and ready to go. Backpacks. I've got. This is just hanging on the wall for seven backpacks hanging on the wall right now. And that doesn't include backpacks that I've got in the truck and other places stashed around. But backpacks, I don't think you can ever have too many backpacks. Too many backpacks and stuff like that. So backpacks are something that I use. I can't. And then I had the last thing, stuff I bought that I never use. I tried to think of some stuff that I never use. And there's really not anything that I bought that I don't ever really use. Everything I bought, I've used. I couldn't think of anything. And now, of course, you're going to be like, well, I bought a tourniquet and I never use it. Well, yeah, you bought a tourniquet and Lord help you. And hopefully you don't ever have to use that tourniquet. So that's something. Your freeze-dried food. Yes, I bought a lot of freeze-dried food. I have not used it yet. I've tried it, but it's sitting there in case I need to use it. So, Michael. Last thing I always carry is nail clippers and chapstick. I hate hangnails and chapped lips. Yes, I agree with you too. I've got, and I need to do a video on it. It's a pelican ruck is what they call it. It's a small little pelican case that's not, I mean, the thing isn't, but it's a small little thing. My wife got it for me for, she got it for me for Father's Day, I think. And I've loaded it out with a few things, and it's sitting, actually, I think it's upstairs in my bedroom. But that thing, I fitted it out with a few things like that. And I've actually put the small battery charger, the small little power bank in there, and some cables and stuff like that, a knife and everything. So, guys, that's some of the stuff that that preps that I actually use. If you've got anything else, leave them in the comments after the video's over. I would like to read that and see what y'all got going on. But that's about all the notes and the fun stuff that I put down for today. If y'all got anything, tell me in the comments, and we'll go over stuff we've got going before we scoot out of here. Don't forget, Combat Midwife is October 25th here in Bowling Green. It's going to be at the same place we had the festival out at the Expo Center. That'll be October 25th. The communications class, the radio class, is going to be November 15th and 16th. And that's going to be down at Woodburn. So if you were at the festival, it's like another 4 miles down the road. They've got the Woodburn Community Center where I grew up. There's a place. It was funny, like everywhere was booked the 15th and 16th, and we usually rent places to do. Everybody was booked up, so I'm like, let's just do it at the community center. We've got plenty of place out there to string up antennas, all that stuff, and have a good time. So that's going to be the 15th and 16th of November. I will get that up on the website where you can purchase tickets for it by Monday is the plan. But if you want to do Combat Midwife, go to the website, hit the banner at the top of the website. That will take you straight to her website to where you can buy your tickets. The other workshops we've got coming up, and hopefully by the end of this weekend, we'll have these dates set in stone. We're going to have a land nav class. We have found the perfect venue to have this land navigation class. Mike Adkins is going to come down and teach it. Some of y'all have probably met him at the festival. Super awesome guy. And also, I forgot, I got his new book yesterday. Yeah, I got his new book yesterday. I think it's Over the Prepuces but I got it, and I've already read almost 100 pages out of that thing. Awesome book, so go check that out. But we're going to have the land nav class, and we're also going to have Leslie come and do an advanced herbal class. So for that, Jacob, dates on the land nav class, we have not gotten it yet. Shelly and I have a meeting with Mike. We've got a meeting with him tomorrow, Saturday afternoon. We got a meeting with him. We're going to set the dates on it, and then we will tell you where it's at. But we have an awesome location that we're going to do it, and I'm excited about doing that class. And yes, book 2 is really, really good. I'm like 100 pages into it, and it's starting to get good. I'm like, Mike knows what he's doing about writing books. I'm like, it's awesome. I enjoyed the first book. The first book's sitting up here. I enjoyed the first book a bunch, and I was kind of disappointed that his publisher screwed him over and didn't get the books for the festival. But I was like, here, take my money, ship me the book when it gets in. He's like, I will certainly do that. And let's see. I just lay the seats down and sleep in the back of our Outback. If I have to sleep out anywhere away from home, I always carry a good pair of nail clippers in my pocket and chapstick. Exactly. And chapstick is a good fire starter. But then that kind of makes you think, if you're putting chapstick on your lips and it's good to start a fire, is it really good to put on your lips? I can't remember the last time I used chapstick. I don't use it. If my lips are chapped, I will put Neosporin on them at night, and you can put Neosporin on your lips at night, slather it real good. You wake up the next morning, those things are like baby smooth. It's amazing what it'll do overnight for you. So, but Jacob, We will have land nav classes hopefully set in stone on Saturday. And then as soon as we get all the details, I'll stick it up on the website where people can get tickets for it. It's going to be a 2-day class. I've talked to Mike briefly about it. The first day is all going to be map reading and learning how to read maps, how to use your compass, all that kind of stuff. And then the second day is pretty much going to be out in the woods, actually using that stuff. And yeah, Michael, I know they're both petroleum based. And beeswax. I've not used beeswax. I need to get Greg New to get me some beeswax and try it. And then Chris, coconut oil. Yes, coconut oil. The coconut oil has a lot of uses. We cook with coconut oil quite a bit, and I like it. There's a ton of stuff for that. Let's see. Michael Osborne, my wife makes beeswax oil chapstick. It's pretty good. That sounds pretty cool. So, but yeah, we'll have land nav stuff set up. Awesome location that we're working on getting, and I'm excited about it. And then also Leslie is going to be doing her herbal class. We've got to talk to her and set a date for it. So, guys, I appreciate it. I'm going to go to my meeting and see about remodeling this other house. And then Monday, we're starting to remodel on my brother's house. So we're tearing out 2 bathrooms at my brother's house and going to start it. So I've got to get a dumpster down there and all that fun stuff for Monday. So let's see. Greg came in here. Honeybee Goodness chapstick, all natural with our wax and essential oils. Greg, we need to put a link. I don't have a link. Greg, I will try to get a link and post it up here. So, and no petroleum products. All right, guys, I'm going off to check out this remodel. I appreciate y'all a bunch, and I will see y'all. Don't forget, Saturday night, 7 o'clock, Shelly and I will be on here together. Who knows what we'll talk about, but we'll figure something out. And I appreciate y'all being here. If you can't catch us Saturday night, 7 o'clock, I will be back Tuesday morning for the same thing. Guys, be safe this weekend, and I will talk to y'all soon. Bye.